So it is a new day. And if you guys missed the last video, make sure you go check it out. The Harley had a major breakdown. We had to get rescued by our best friend, Zach, and we didn't get into Moses Lake till like 12:30 in the morning. Took the Harley over to Zach's dad's house, got it in the garage this morning. I helped unload it. We went to O'Reilly's, got some fluids, got a few things. We left Hillbilly and Zach's brother, Seth, back at Zach's dad's shop. They're getting the main drive cover off. They're getting the stator out. And me and the boss are headed to Kennewick, Washington, to Harley-Davidson to go get a brand new stator, get it put in the Harley, and then we're gonna get that thing on the road.
Okay, so here we are the next day. Got the bike in the shop. I'm gonna pull the drive cover off to where we can get to the stator or alternator. To get it pulled off, Robby's on his way to Harley, one of the closest Harley dealership, which is 2 hours away. I think it's like Kinnicott or Kinnica or something like that. But he's on his way there. Luckily, they had one in stock, so I'm gonna get this tore down. So when he gets here, we can just put it back together. If I get that all tore apart before Robby gets here, I'm going to fix the handlebars. It needs 2 new handlebar risers. Here's the handlebars. They're all the way tight, and the handlebars still move. I don't feel safe driving 3,000 miles with the handlebars that way, so I'm gonna get that fixed. And also the speedometer doesn't work right now. Don't really have time to figure out why it don't work. So while Robby's at the Harley dealership, he's gonna grab a mount that you bolt onto your handlebars that will hold my cell phone, and I can use my cell phone as a speedometer because I'll be using Google Maps to get home. So I gotta get that installed so that way my phone can stay charged. That is a cigarette lighter USB port charger. First, I want to start with the most important thing, and that's the charging system. Before I can just pull the cover, it does have fluid in there. It has a high performance clutch, so it runs ATF in it. I gotta get the ATF drained out, so that way when you open it up, it doesn't spew everywhere. There's the main drive getting drained. Gotta let it finish draining out. Then I can start taking all those Allen head bolts out to get the drive case off to get to the alternator. There it is. And what we need is back behind this flywheel. So in order to get that, we have to take this chain off, take this outer nut off, which is I think this whole shield. And I can't tell if there is a nut behind there holding the teeth on, but I will find out here in a second. Okay, so now I gotta get the drive chain off, but in order to get the drive chain off, I have to remove this self-adjuster. From what I can tell, it's these 2 bolts here and 1 there. Get those pulled and I'll get the drive chain pulled off. Got the tensioner out, so now we should be able to just slide this off. I'll have to get back to you guys. It's not coming off as easy. Okay, I got the sprocket off, drive sprocket off. Shaft that this drive sprocket drives on. Now, gotta get the flywheel off. Or it looks like a nut, but it's just a spacer. Okay, I got the flywheel off. And the way the charging on this, the way the charging system works, right here is a bunch of little fingers coming off that is wrapped in coil or in copper, and it's all the way around. Inside the flywheel is magnets. It has a magnet, gap, and so it's all the way around. As it spins, it creates electricity, like electromagnet style of electricity. This is the first time I've ever seen a bike that has an alternator separate. The charging system is separate from the spark system on most applications of small engines. The stator, a couple of them are spark, a couple of them are charge, and it's just alternate spark, charge. This one's different, new to me. I've never seen that, but I've never really worked on Harleys. Now I'm getting a chance to because I own one. 4 Allen head bolts, 2 here, 2 there. There's little ones. They should just slide right off once I get the plugs slid through. And there it is. 1 prong is there, the other one's broke off, and the one that's there is only half there. For the most part, the rest of that stator looks good, so if we needed to, we could just cut, splice them back together to get me home. But luckily, the dealership has one. Let's keep our fingers crossed it's the right one. So now we just wait for Robby.
All right, so we just left Rattlesnake Harley-Davidson in Kennewick, Washington. We've got a stator, a lithium-ion battery, and some riding gloves. We're an hour and a half back to Moses Lake. We're gonna go get this Harley on the road.
And hopefully no more breakdowns.
Okay, I got my phone charger, the cigarette lighter part installed and wired up. Gotta trim the zip ties, but that's where I'm gonna put it. It's not permanent, it's just temporary, because I'm gonna go online and order an actual cigarette lighter for a Harley. I also tightened up the handlebars. They don't move no more. So here comes the moment of truth. I'm gonna hook the fuse back into the linkable fuse that I have hooked up for the cigarette lighter, and we're gonna see if I have power. And I do have power. That's a plus. Now I'm gonna work on getting this battery out because Robby's dealership getting the alternator. He's picking up a bigger battery, or not bigger, but one that has more cranking amps than this one, because this one is only 310 cold cranking amps. With this motor having 9.8 to 1 compression, we have to push in the compression relief valves, and it still barely cranks it over. So we're putting a bigger battery in there so it puts out more amperage. So I started to think that Robby said he's tired, he's done, and I thought he started heading home because he took so long, but guess who showed up?
I got you gloves. Look at those. They're huge on me. You like them? Just your style.
Yeah.
And then I got a new battery and the stator. I just want to see it.
Bit of transmission fluid on the plug so it slips in. I can't really get my fingers in there. If it would have drove back to the shop, we could have a motorcycle table to work on it.
So there's a little plug right here that is broken. So this side is busted. Oh, busted too. We're gonna cut it off, put some terminals on, and shove it on.
Right now I'm putting the flywheel back on, trying to get the grooves lined up. Nut spacer on. Chain back on. The outer part. A little bit of Loctite inside there. I just torqued this big nut that holds the gear and the flywheel all into place to 150 foot-pounds of torque.
All the torques.
I'm assuming you fill it through this sight cover here, through this hole, because I'm not seeing a plug anywhere. Just getting the cover bolts all tightened back up.
I got both wires fixed. Gonna get them plugged in. Then I think once we get this filled up, we should try it and then go eat some dang lunch. So if these ever come out and we wonder, so if you turn this up this way, plug right in. So this one that is on the right, if you look at this, it's on the right, left is left. Got that all done. Now we just need to put some fluid in it, and it takes 1 quart of Ford transmission fluid, and this thing will be ready to rock. Got the new lithium ion battery in. Good?
We'll go for a little ride around the block just to make sure that what we did fixed it.
Well, hey, Zach.
Hey, Robby.
Hey, best friend. How was it?
Much better. It's ready for the open road again.
You think? Let's hit it. There's one last thing. Our friend Zach told us that there's a station wagon in a garage here. So we're gonna go look at it.
Factory big block.
Oh, nice.
The rust-free wagon.
That's gonna be all mine one day.
That's right.
As soon as Zach decides to sell it. Get over here. All right, there goes Zach. He's all big and tough until the camera comes out. But thank you, Seth. Thank you, Zach. We're gonna hit the road.
Are you ready?
I was ready this morning.
Oh. Let's go.
He pulled over.
So Hillbilly pulled over, but it's still running. I'll bet he's tired. We've made it about an hour out of Moses Lake.
Can't feel my leg.
Really?
I need my buttless chaps on. Pant legs going like this so much, but it's numb.
You just need some chaps. Well, let's go get him dressed. Life on the road is life for me.
It's not?
It's not. That's the life for Hillbilly. We got off the freeway. Hillbilly never came. So I don't know what is going on with him, but he's sitting on the off-ramp. There he is. He's right over there. I think he's running out of gas. He is. Oh, Lord. Oh yeah, he's about out of gas.
We just pulled off to get gas, and I just barely told Robby it'd be funny if he ran out of gas.
And I think he did. So I told Hillbilly last time we stopped, I think that bike can only make it about 100 miles. And we've gone past 100 miles. We got to get him over that ramp, and then we can push him into a gas station.
The gas station is
Right there.
right there.
So he just put it on reserve. I think he's running out of gas. He's also got some shafts that keep coming loose.
We should probably get a gas tank.
We'll get a gas can at the gas store. We're doing good though, right?
Yeah.
I think we're just a gas station. Good thing those things have reserve, or he'd be in deep trouble. All right, so we're gonna calculate the fuel mileage on this old hog right here.
It's on one tank, the other one ain't draining through.
Is it? So yeah, that tank's not crossing over.
No.
There's no way. You've used 3 gallons.
Isn't that what we put in at the other gas station?
I don't know. Well, you weren't empty, so what's going on?
This side was empty.
Oh, is this the side? Oh, it's 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Durka-durky. Let's calculate some fuel mileage. I gotta go jump start it.
Hillbilly just got gas, and all of a sudden now it won't start. It's making a sound. So hopefully if they jump it, it will start.
Go. I don't know why, but you just put a little power to it. It's all coming back. So Hillbilly has rode that Harley 113 miles. We are 113 miles from Moses Lake. We are in Hermiston, Washington. So that means his 3.2 miles per gallon, he's got 35.3125 miles per gallon. Nice. So we'll go another 100 miles. We'll just take it easy. We'll go 100 miles and get gas. We'll just have to map out, make sure that we can go 100 miles and then get fueled up. So let's go get some, we're gonna go get some food in this gas station.
We're going to have good luck the rest of the trip. Do you see what number our ticket is? 777s.
We're going to Vegas. Actually, there's a casino right up in Pendleton.
Should we test our luck and keep driving right through it?
Sure. Sounds like a good idea. We got us some A&W. Hillbilly got the bike started. We're headed to the Blues. Out that way. Hillbilly is, I think he got wings and is flying up the Blues. So we're just gonna hang back a little bit while he gets to the top, because I think he's got somewhere to be. It's a little sketchy. Get that bike like sideways, but it's his first time, so he's just doing some mountain climbing on his new Harley. Still hitting Boise tonight. It's 8:45 p.m.
Time number 2, we ran out of gas.
But it's only, in his defense, it's only sucking off of 1 tank.
Thought we could go 113 miles, but
Apparently,
it is now 75.
apparently we can't. We're just right outside the Grand, Oregon, and we're gonna siphon some gas.
What?
How you feel?
I can't hear very well.
Well, how do you like it?
A lot. I'm getting more comfortable, can you tell?
Yeah, you're doing 80 around turn.
When we stopped to get gas the first time, we got a siphoning hose to take the gas from the tank that's not emptying into the other gas tank. So hopefully we have enough gas to get to a gas station.
No big deal. We're just using our transfer pump.
We don't have a knife. Remember to grab a transfer pump, but not a knife.
Yeah, not a knife.
Too long. Can you go for a minute?
Got a way better motion. It just takes an expert shaker to get it flowing. It's siphoning from the right tank to the left tank. And we'll go.
It's supposed to do it manually, but I think the line's clogged or one of the nipples on the tank is clogged.
How many more times do you think we'll run out of gas?
Well, hopefully none tonight, because we got to make it to Boise and it's getting late. We're 2 miles from Junction something. We'll probably have to fuel back up in Baker City.
That's only 45 miles.
I know, but to make it to Ontario.
Is that the next town?
This was 72 miles.
The motorcycle is now not starting.
I need a light. It's got no oil pressure. We gotta go into the town. Oh my heck, he locked it up fully. So Hillbilly put the padlock on the bike that wouldn't start, that had no oil pressure, just for in case anybody decided to stop on the side of the freeway to steal his Harley. We went and got a quart of 2050, we put it in, we got oil pressure back, we got a full oil tank, and headed to a gas station to fuel that thing up. We are getting to Boise tonight. So things are looking up. I was honestly concerned that we were gonna call Steve. We had the conversation about it that we would call Steve and go get a hotel room if this thing lost oil pressure. I think we're good. He's full tilt and boogieing, like 125 miles an hour. No big deal. Just kidding. That's a joke. He goes the speed limit. It's currently coasting because it died again. So there he is, in all his glory. But hey, we made it like 2 more miles.
Looks like the motorcycle's new home is LeGrand, Oregon.
We almost made it. We were so close. Now we have a project. Yeah!
Tell him what happened.
It blew up. We lost front cylinder. I didn't. He did. Guess what? This bike just turned into a complete rebuild. Some of you might get upset because you're sitting on the side of the road with a blown up bike. You know what? We're already looking up rebuild kits. It's gonna be no big deal. So I've got an uncle that lives in Boise, Idaho. We are 175 miles from Boise. I called my Uncle Stan. Said, hey Stan, we're in a bind. Where you at? He's close to Oregon. He's got a trailer. He's on his way. We're gonna get in the rental car and meet him halfway. Grab his truck and trailer, come back, pick up the old hog, and then we're off. Then tomorrow, my Uncle Stan's gonna let me take a truck and trailer. So we're gonna get this thing to home tomorrow. Might be on a trailer, but we're still gonna get it home. So I think we're like, look, he's really upset. So can we all?
No, I'm not upset.
Can we all give him some condolences?
I'm not upset. I'm just sad.
Let's give him some condolences in the comments, you guys. Let's get this bike back up and going. Head over to RobbyLayton.com, get you some merch because we're gonna be putting a ton of money into this bike, trying to get it rebuilt. So help this guy out, help us out. RobbyLayton.com, get you some shirts, hats, hoodies, stickers, whatever you need. Those proceeds, we're rebuilding the bike. We're gonna get on the road. We're gonna push a bike to a gas station a block away. Then we're gonna leave.
And so the boss is gonna be following us, filming us, pushing it.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to pushing.
Okay, I'll ride. You push.
No way.
Keep saying key fob has left the vehicle.
Get the key fob's in my pocket. The old bike might need a motor, and we're not even mad about it. Has anybody else tried to drive a motorcycle across 4 states?
I know a lot of those travel further than 4 states. The real question is any of you guys got a new motorcycle, didn't know nothing about it, and tried driving it across 4 states? That's the real question.
And then hot rod it and blow it up.
I wasn't hot rodding it. I was at 2,000 RPMs.
That'd be a 9.
I was cruising.
We couldn't even keep up with him in the rental.
Should have got a faster rental. I honestly felt like he was going 65 miles an hour.
No. All right, do you want to know where we're at? We're in Boise, Idaho, in a Harbor Freight parking lot with a blown up Harley Davidson and a 15-foot U-Haul box truck. Let's rewind a little bit to last night, 10:30 p.m. Hillbilly blows up the engine. So we broke down in LeGrand, Oregon. My uncle's in Boise. We push it with all our might, get it to the gas station, call my uncle. We're gonna start driving, he's gonna start driving. We're gonna meet in the middle. We drove 115 miles and he drove 45. We met in the middle and we got his truck and trailer, 114 miles, back to LeGrand, Oregon. We pick up the bike at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then we drive another 114 miles right back to Ontario. Can't find a hotel room, finally find one. 5:45 a.m. We added 7 hours to our trip. Got to the hotel room, we slept till noon. And here we are. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we haven't even started our 8-hour drive back to Utah. Now we're gonna go in and get some straps, get all the essential items so we can put said motorcycle in said box truck and bebop back to Utah. We need like the ratchet style. Well, we bow our heads in sadness. We gotta put the Harley in a box truck. But that's fine. Well, Harbor Freight came through again.
You're gonna have to
I'm just
help.
like doing nothing except trying to force it. We ended up just getting a U-Haul, but before that, Marketplace, boom, we were searching. We were gonna buy a bus. Demery wanted to buy a Vandura in Kennewick, Washington.
I still think we should.
You guys will have to let us know if we should get a Vandura or not. Hashtag Cole at Sparks Motors, coming for you. I gotta try to put this bike in the box trailer without tipping it over. So here goes nothing. We're either gonna make it all the way up or we're gonna lay this thing on its side. Oh, it didn't go bad. Victory is ours! Yeah! I thought that was gonna fall off. Hey,
It would have if boss was still sitting there.
oh yeah, I didn't go nowhere.
Play it like a guitar.
Ding, 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 ding. We've got the sucker strapped in and we're ready to rock and roll. Well, folks, that's all she wrote. Anyway, holy cow. We're in a tarantula downpour. Good thing Hillbilly's not on the Harley. He'd be hating flies right now.
Hello?
What's up?
I am definitely glad I'm not riding my bike right now.
Why is that?
When you're riding a bike in the rain, it feels like needles stabbing through you.
Ugh, dang hard downpour. That guy on a bike, he pulled over.
Yeah, you can't drive nowhere because the tires are playing everywhere and it can even stand the pain.
That doesn't look fun at all. Well, let us know when you need to stop and we'll fuel up.
Whoa. Can't even see the road.
So this is obviously the reason why the motor blew up, because somebody much powerfuler than us knew that Hillbilly wasn't going to be able to ride through this. So the bike is tucked away safely in the back of a box truck while we very cautiously drive through this storm. We finally made the 5.5-hour trek back to Salt Lake City. Now we got to do the exchange off. We got Steve here. He brought that 550 tow truck up. We're gonna get the U-Haul backed up to the truck, unload the Harley, strap it down, and we're all headed home. It's been a long day, but I want to shout out to my Uncle Stan. He's the true MVP of this trip. He came and rescued us, brought us a truck and trailer. My Uncle Stan runs Layton Landscaping in the Boise area. So all of you fans from Boise, if you need any landscaping work done this summer, hit up Layton Landscaping right here.
It's not the way I wanted to bring it back here, but it's a good thing we brought it back this way because the rainstorms.
You know what? This just went from a 2-part series to a full-on rebuild, repaint, whatever we got to do now. We're gonna make this bike Hillbillies. So we promised that we'd get him a Harley. We still got to make it run, so we're going to be hitting up our friends Sean and Craig from Bikes and Beards, seeing if we can't get some advice on how to rebuild this engine. Made it the entire way. These Harbor Freight straps held like a dream. So it's loaded, it's strapped down, we're gonna be southbound and down, but I wanna take this opportunity to thank Rick and Christy. You guys are amazing for reaching out to us, and what you guys did for Hillbilly is completely awesome. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It is gonna be back in its glory here pretty quick. So my buddy Zach and Seth, thank you guys for picking us up, getting us to Moses Lake, and for wasting your entire day just so we could blow the Harley up. As always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.
No, Christy, I done 2 wheelies.